Hi and welcome to my channel. In today's video I wanted to do something fun and hopefully also informative and something a little bit different. I wanted to look at prices of grocery items because I always was wondering how much does it really cost here in Sweden to buy groceries compared to other countries. And because I'm originally from Germany and I have lived in the UK for more than 10 years, I wanted to compare it to those two countries. So basically what I did, I was looking at ingredients like single items to see what they cost in each country and compare them and kind of have a winner for each like item I would buy in an online shop in Germany, Sweden, or the UK. If you like my videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also like this video if you like the content of it. Maybe I make more content like it. I'm also always happy to get some feedback from you, what kind of videos you want to see on my channel. So make sure to leave a comment down below to let me know what you want to watch. And if you also want to connect a little bit more, I have a newsletter which I normally send out every 2 weeks. There's a link in the description down below. Just sign up and you will also receive a little ebook with 10 questions if Sweden is the right fit for you. So I tried to find like really good online grocery shopping websites which are similar to each other, so I have similar price points. And I looked at Sweden, and in Sweden there is a website called mathem.se and there is no supermarket for it. So normally sometimes there's a supermarket and then they have a online grocery shopping possibility, but not this one. This is purely online, but I have shopped there multiple times. I normally shop there because it's really convenient. You can just choose a time and then they will deliver it to you. And then I tried to find something similar in the UK and Germany. So for my testing purposes, I chose Tesco.com, which is in the UK, and rewe.de, which is in Germany. I also wanted to find out how common it is actually to buy groceries online. And the UK is definitely a leader. A lot of people are used to buying online, especially after COVID or in COVID times. You know, people discovered a little bit more to buy groceries online. And although it is also a growing trend in Sweden and Germany, it is not as big as in the UK. But yeah, just as a reminder, before we look at the first item, it was a bit hard to find exactly the same product, so it had to be very similar. And of course, you can always go to another shop, like probably Lidl is a good example, but I personally don't shop at Lidl. Even if it's sometimes cheaper, it doesn't really have all the things I really need. Therefore, I don't shop at Lidl. So I wanted to make it as tangible as possible, not something utopian, but something I would personally do. So before we look at the first item, do let me know in the comments down below which country you think is the cheapest. Where are groceries the cheapest? Is it the UK? Is it Germany? Or is it Sweden? Let me know. Before I had this experiment, I actually thought it would be Germany. I always thought, based on what I saw when I went back to Germany, you know, I thought Germany has the cheapest items, ingredients compared to the UK and Sweden. So that's what I thought before I started this experiment, and we will find out at the end of this video who is the winner, where can you buy the cheapest ingredients. So I looked at butter, and I always looked at the kilogram price, and we have butter here from Mathem, you can see on the screen, and also butter from Tesco and Rewe. And again, I tried to find like similar butters and looked at the price. So on Mathem, the butter was $9.35, which means 102 Swedish krona. Tesco was $14.84 and 162 Swedish krona. And Rewe, the 1 kilogram butter, $14.94 US dollars and 162.90 Swedish krona. So you can see that Sweden is the winner here when it comes to butter, actually by $5 really. So that's a massive difference. And this is actually the butter we always buy. And Lure Park Spreadable in the UK is a butter my partner always bought in the UK. So it's very good comparison. But yeah, Sweden won. Who knew? Let's go to the next item, which are eggs. I normally try to really buy the best eggs, which means the organic eggs, and also, you know, the chickens have more freedom. So kind of trying to contribute a little bit. So yeah, on Mathem, an egg was basically 4 Swedish krona, which is 37 cents. And at Tesco, one egg was 6.27 Swedish krona, which is 57 cents in the UK. And then Rewe, we looked at one egg. Obviously you don't buy one egg, but it's basically, you can see the comparison is for like 10 eggs here. But one egg would be 3.05 Swedish krona, which is 28 cents in Germany. And that makes actually Germany the winner for this round, where the eggs are the cheapest. Let's have a look at avocados. Avocados obviously don't really grow in any of these countries, so it is a bit of an import thing. So at Mathem, which we looked at, one avocado is 16.95 Swedish krona, which is $1.55. That is in Sweden. And then in Tesco, we actually have an avocado for 10.22 Swedish krona, which is 94 cents. That is UK. And then the Rewe, you pay 12.59 Swedish krona, which is $1.15, and that is Germany. So that actually makes the UK the cheapest for avocados. And again, I tried to find, there's obviously differences in avocados, but I tried to find kind of the same quality of it, so not organic or anything, but the normal avocado you can buy in each country. And the UK is the winner. Then let's have a look at toast, because we buy toast on a regular basis. The kids eat toast. And we have here Mathem, the toast levain, which we actually buy because it doesn't really have sugar in it. When you look at the bread, there's normally always sugar in it, which I don't like at all. Like, you already eat sugar with like sweets, and we don't need added sugar, but it's hard to find. But anyways, on Mathem, this bread costs 58.38 Swedish krona, which is $5.35. That is in Sweden. That actually, I thought it is a bit expensive, and we will see the comparison now. Tesco, we have a bread here, which is 24.54 Swedish krona, which is $2.25. And then in Rewe, we have another toast here, which is 38.35 Swedish krona, which is $3.52. So you can see that also Tesco UK won basically, and the price of the bread is actually double in Sweden, but I'm not quite sure. I have the feeling you could probably buy cheaper toast in, you know, at Mathem, but this is the bread we normally buy. But I didn't look at the other two breads in Germany and Tesco if they have sugar in it. Maybe those are more expensive. I have no idea. But yeah, the UK is the winner right now for toast. And then we come to milk, because milk is also something we buy. Mainly the kids have it, or when I make pancakes, then I use milk. And at Mathem, we looked at 1 liter of milk is 15.5 Swedish krona, which is $1.42. That is in Sweden. And then Tesco 1 liter is 14.4 Swedish krona, which is $1.32, which is 10 cents difference. So, or 1 krona difference. So it's not that far. And then Rewe, we have 1 liter, and I was very surprised. It's 19.12 Swedish krona, $1.75, which is actually a little bit more expensive. So in Germany, really milk was the most expensive. And so in this case, UK is the winner again, although it was not too far off from the Swedish product. But yeah, UK is the winner again. So maybe there's a little bit of a pattern here. But let's have a look at apples. So apples are normally local. So I couldn't really, figure out, what the local apples are. And obviously there's seasons for it as well. So I just chose a Granny Smith apple, which you have in every country. So on Mathem in Sweden, one apple was 8.95 Swedish krona, which is 82 cents. And then Tesco was 4.62 Swedish krona, which is 42 cents, which is pretty much half of the Swedish price. And then we have Rewe, which was 5.09 Swedish krona, which is 46 cents. So almost the same price as the UK, but the UK is again the winner here because it was 42 cents versus 46 cents in Germany. So UK is the winner. And we have two more products I want to talk about. So one is chocolate, Lindt chocolate, 90%, because that's what I'm actually eating. It's my favorite chocolate, and you can find it in all three countries. I know that there are local chocolates as well, but again, that kind of is not a good comparison. I wanted to find like almost the same kind of item to compare it with. And so I looked on Mathem, and it was 37.95 Swedish krona, which is $3.47 for a bar of chocolate. It seems so expensive, but the good thing is actually it lasts me a week because I only eat 2 squares, which is 1/5 of the chocolate, and normally I only eat Monday to Friday because it's kind of almost a ritual. But yeah, and then Tesco in the UK, it's 40.75 Swedish krona, which is $3.72, so a little bit more expensive. And then in Germany, Rewe, it's 45.13 Swedish krona, $4.12. So actually in Germany, it's the most expensive one. And Tesco, actually, I put here 70%, but all of the products had the same, all the Lindt chocolate has the same price. The 90% was just out of stock, they didn't have it. So that's why I put here the 70% in there, so it's kind of the same product. But yeah, in Germany it was the most expensive, and I was very surprised because, Germany and Switzerland, they're kind of next to each other. So it should have been really maybe cheaper, I don't know, but Sweden is the winner here. Sweden won. The cheapest chocolate, Lindt chocolate, is in Sweden, which is really nice. And then we have the last item here, which is chicken. And I don't eat chicken anymore. I am a vegetarian now. I decided to be a vegetarian, I think, back in November. So it's probably about 4 months I'm a vegetarian now. And yeah, I don't really eat chicken anymore. Very, very, very rarely I eat salmon, like sushi sometimes, just because I'm slowly easing into being a vegetarian. Although yeah, meat I haven't really eaten in 4 months. But I wanted to put chicken on here because we still buy it because of the kids. My partner still eats it. And it's a common item people buy. 1 kilogram of chicken was 150.27 Swedish krona, which is $13.73. In Sweden, Tesco 1 kilogram was 92.92 Swedish krona, which is $8.49 in the UK. And the Rewe 1 kilogram is 143.76 Swedish krona, which is 13.13 US dollars in Germany. You can see that the UK is the cheapest when it comes to chicken, although I kind of choose not really organic chicken. So it's obviously, I'm always concerned a little bit when it comes to meat now. I guess that's also part why I'm vegetarian. What the conditions were where the chickens kind of grew up. And I feel like in the UK, maybe it's worse, and therefore the meat is cheaper. But I try not to judge that. So the UK is the winner also for chicken. So these were all the items I wanted to show and compare. Sweden, Germany, and the UK. Where are the cheapest items you can buy, at least online? And the winner is the UK. 5 items were cheaper than the other countries. Sweden won twice and Germany only once. So my theory from the very beginning, where I thought Germany is actually the cheapest country where you can buy ingredients, groceries, totally failed, because it is actually the most expensive one. And maybe it has changed a little bit since the pandemic. You know, there is inflation, there is a recession. So all of this probably contributes why it is not that cheap anymore. But what did you think? Which country would be the cheapest? And does it surprise you that the UK won? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope this was a little bit of a fun video, a little bit interesting to see what the prices are in those different countries. And thank you for watching till the end, and I see you in my next video. Hey då!